Welcome to the Bryan Devore Connection, and I am Bryan Devore. Today I am here with my friend William Holliday. William, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to have you back again. You and I have known each other for a few years now, and you are a financial advisor. So talk about what it is that you do and why you do it.
So I became a financial advisor on accident. Like a lot of people, I was thrown out of the workforce when the recession happened. If you were in hospitality like I was, or retail or real estate, you probably weren't as needed in 2008, 2009 as you were prior to.
Yeah.
So went back to school, decided to pivot, and while I was there, I wanted to figure out like what was going on, what had caused all of this chaos. And I found economics and I found financial planning and investment management. And it was something that I saw myself doing that was interesting, that I was good at, but also something I could do where I could see the real impact of my work on people's lives. You can actually see somebody where they start implementing plans, see them getting better and achieving objectives and financial goals, and that's incredibly rewarding.
So it sounds like you really have found your why. And I think it's important when people are in a profession or a job or whatever, that they really find their why. And you take a lot of pride in being able to see people where they start and where they wind up.
For sure, but I get, it's kind of selfish really, right? Because I get to vicariously succeed when somebody else does, right? And I get to look at that and kind of pat myself on the back and say, I was a part of that. So as you achieve your goals, I get to participate with you.
Right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So every year you and I get together in December. We share a tin of brownies and we kind of catch up and talk. And this past December, you told me some exciting news that you are starting your own company, Elite Wealth Management. So I wanted you to come and tell everybody about what it is this company is all about.
Yeah, so when I got to this industry, I started out at a big global insurance company, and I then moved on to a big global wealth management firm. And then I moved to a smaller boutique firm. And the smaller boutique firm was by far and away my favorite. I feel like the big firms, you can get lost. You can become treated like a number or cattle, kind of like I feel when I call the big phone carriers or the airlines. And the smaller company was more relationship based, less transactional, less I'm trying to sell you an insurance product, less I'm trying to put you into an investment. And that really appealed to me. The other component that I really liked about being able to launch my own firm was I get to choose who I work with, not just the professions that I see some commonality, you know, the professionals in private practice, veterinarians, doctors, physicians, or in the sports and entertainment space, some athletes, agent, coaches, relationships. But within that, I get to choose, and people get to choose me. And I think the culture fit, who you communicate best with, is incredibly important. Everybody remembers the best person that they ever worked with. Everybody remembers the worst person that they ever worked with. And that is how important that culture piece is. And when you find the right people, I think it's a better relationship, and I think you're going to achieve a better outcome with your financial advisor.
So it sounds like, I mean, that personalized service, that high touch that we talk about is certainly going to be there. So what are some of the products and services that you will be providing your clients?
Yeah, so people usually show up and they have one particular challenge or, you know, a certain situation. I'm getting married, I'm getting divorced, I'm buying a home for the first time, I'm selling a business. But when you start digging a little deeper into how you're going to help them, there's this piece that they haven't looked at, and there's this piece that they haven't looked at. And so I work in comprehensive financial planning. And that means we're looking at your estate plan, and we're looking at tax planning and investment and retirement portfolios. And we're looking at everything so that we can make sure that nothing gets missed. It's not a here's a list, check the box kind of thing, but we do want to get to everything at some point. And you get to choose, you know, what is the the most urgent? What is the most important? And we'll prioritize that way. But there are plenty of people who've been very successful with this piece and ignored that, and this was their undoing. And so I think comprehensive financial planning is, I think it's the next thing. I think the people who are just trying to sell that one insurance product or just try to put you into, this investment, I think they're going to have to look at everything at some point if you're going to achieve your financial goals.
Yeah, so it's much more of a holistic approach, which we're seeing more and more in, I think, lots of businesses, certainly in real estate. It's not just, do you want to sell your house, but do you need a mover? Do you need a packer? Do you need this or that? The people come to you with one question or one need, but when you start unpacking things, you see that there's a lot more than that.
Yeah, and even if you're not, it doesn't mean that you have to provide everything, but it means that Bryan is more valuable when he's familiar with these other things, at least aware of them, and then has a solid network of people that he works with so that they can help him serve his clients better, so that they can provide those things, those products and services that he doesn't, so that those clients benefit from having access that they wouldn't otherwise have.
Right. So who is your ideal client?
Well, there's a number of avatar clients, but one couple that I like the best, two former Qualcomm engineers, retiring early. Kids are, one's out of college, she's finishing her senior year, and they have questions about, here's what we want retirement to look like. We need to review our estate plan. It hasn't been touched since before the kids were adults. Let's look at how we can minimize taxes. Let's look at make sure our cash flow is going to look the way that we want it to look going into when we're no longer working. We don't want to get on the other side and then run into not being able to live the way that we want to live.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we have on the screen your contact information, so
Yep.
people can get a hold of you. What's the best way people can reach you? What does the process look like for that?
Yeah, so glad to jump on a call with anybody and learn a little bit about what their situation, what their challenge looks like, and determine if I'm a good fit. Maybe we kick a couple emails back and forth just to make sure that this is a path that both of us want to head down, and then meet for a consultation and really learn about each other and see if there's a way that I can help people get to where they want to go.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see how this is going to go for you.
So am I.
You've been amazing. I love what you do. So, William, thank you very much for coming. And again, we have William's information up on the screen. So we have phone number, et cetera. So give him a call, send him an email, carrier pigeon, whatever it looks like that you want to get a hold of him, because he's the guy you want to talk to. This is again Bryan Devore with the Bryan Devore Connection. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.